This meeting is on record, and so we would like to start on time so that we will not take much of our time uh, in the meeting. And so, welcome once again, and I want to appreciate us all. Many of us are found of coming late, and so we are expected to be in the meeting room at least 10 minutes to the period. So this is, I'm sure this should be 7:58 Nigerian time and also 6:58 Liberian time, and as well depending your region and also your geographical location. And so, reason being is because once we are able to come on board on time, we will be able to discuss on important issues and also talk about the challenges and also implement some certain aspects and also concern that might rise up in the community, and also to most importantly above all to give us an update regarding where we are currently in the migration process. And so we are trying as much as possible as we can to ensure that the momentum keeps moving. And so we thank God for the success that has been recorded so far. And so currently, at the moment, we are above 20,000 on the exchange and still recording more migrations. And so I want to also appreciate our sponsors. There are people who are still sponsoring, especially from Liberia. We have sponsorships coming in from different regions. And as a matter of fact, Liberia is gradually taking the lead in the momentum, in the migration process. And so the momentum is gearing up very much, and also a lot of response from different regions as we have ever since we've launched the campaign. We have a lot of users coming in and also migrating themselves into the exchange. And so this is boosting a lot of migrations from this region. And so I also want to appreciate some of our leaders and also our coordinators from Kaduna State, most of which some of the administrators are working tirelessly and also contributing their quota to ensuring that we are achieving success. And so I also want to appreciate individuals who have been sponsoring and also those who have sponsored migrations from the first and the second 60 days challenge that ended on the 14th of August. And so I would want to give us an update very quickly. We are already 1 minute past the hour or the stipulated period of our meeting. And so currently we have a total number of 22,140 completed migrations on the exchange. And so we are gradually moving. I think in our previous meeting, we were 19,000 sometimes last upper week. But due to the campaign that is going on and also the awareness, a lot of people for a longer period of time, especially over here in Liberia, were not informed and they are not aware of the migration process. Most of which, a lot of them are offline. And so the campaign that we launched about the migration process has boosted the momentum a lot in the Liberian region. And so it is also helping us to move more faster, even with the sponsorships that are coming from other individuals over here in this region. And so I want to appreciate Mr. Johnson, who is the administrator for from Bong County. He has been tremendously doing well as one of the very hard-working administrators who has been very instrumental in that region, helping to sponsor people almost on a regular basis. And so we have over 30,000 users in Bong County region alone. We're not talking about other regions. And so the only challenge is that many people are not aware, and some of them, majority, are offline. They are people that are not internet declined individuals. And so majority are not so used to the internet coming for our regular meetings, and some of our coordinators are not doing a good job over here in Liberia because most of them normally get these updates from their national Liberian national group chat. And so, but with the help of this campaign, a lot of things are being awakened, and so many coordinators are now on their feet working. And so, I want to specially appreciate Reverend Dr. George L. C.A. Sr., who is the ambassador representing Liberia and Sierra Leone, for the enthusiasm and also the hard work that he has put in place, both from Liberia and also at the other end of Sierra Leone. It is not an easy task to achieve the records that we have, even attaining over 22,000 migrations on the exchange. And so we are working tirelessly round the clock. That is why these few days we are going to be skipping a lot of meetings on a regular basis because the migrations, people are beginning to gain the awareness, and so we will be busy migrating people into the exchange, and also going round, creating much more awareness in other various regions where our subscribers are not aware of the current status and also the recent happenings. And so I want to also use this medium to call on the Nigerian leaders and also our Sierra Leonean region, and also the Ivory Coast region and Ghana and other places. Most of them do not come on these meetings, but I normally share the recorded version of all our meetings in all the social media platforms. And so let us ensure that we do everything possible to ensure that we meet up with the 30,000 users before the end of September. I mean, 45 to 50,000 users should be our watchword. And so we, even though we were not able to achieve 30,000 in the month of August, at least we are able to achieve 22,140 completed migrations. There are still other people that we are yet to migrate, and migrations are still ongoing. And so we are targeting 40,000 before the end of September. And so, in as much as we have done our best in the month of August, we need to put in our best, or we need to double our efforts so that we can achieve 40,000 users in the month of September. And so I also want to use this medium to appreciate our humanitarians, most of which we have humanitarians who have sponsored a lot of migrations, both from Liberia and Nigeria and Ivory Coast. These are the regions where we have more humanitarians. And so I want to appreciate our there humanitarians, and also I'm encouraging our humanitarians to keep the migrations coming in, because we are at the verge of going into at least the 50% uh, threshold of the minimum requirements on the exchange. And so we need 55,000 users, and I'm sure that by before the middle of September, we should be able to raise our numbers to 25 or 27,000 users on the exchange. And so this can only happen with our collective efforts. It is not an easy task to submit migrations. I think the administrators will tell us better uh, the the stress and also all the procedures to verifying 1,000 people on the exchange. And so, if we have achieved over 22,000 users today in the exchange, that is a huge effort. And also, it was a collective effort, not a single effort from any individual. It was all our collective efforts. And so, when we put those forces together to ensuring that we are achieving the migration numbers coming in on a regular basis, before you know it, you will discover that we will attain the 55,000 users as soon as possible. And also, I also strongly believe that many of our subscribers from Nigeria, we also have a lot of people who are out of the internet. And also, we have a lot of regions who possibly have not heard about IWC. Just because before the incident that occurred in the month of July, I was planning to visit the northeast so as to boost the migration process before uh, we lost our brother, and so I had to travel down to Liberia. And so the campaign going on currently in Liberia is what is as well boosting the entire migration process. And so if we can have the same happening back in Nigeria, and also the same happening in every region, I strongly believe that we will achieve success beyond where we are at the moment. And so I want to encourage all our coordinators, do not sleep. The Liberian leadership has been sleeping for a very long time until we revamp the momentum, and now everything is beginning to gear up and also take position. And so, do not wait until I am in your region as a coordinator or as a leader before you can be able to discharge your responsibility or indulge or engage in the migration process. There is a request that came in from Kaduna State. I think I have shared that audio uh, in the Nigerian group chat. One of our subscribers, a lady precisely from Kaduna State, requested for an avenue for an extension, whether or not the migrations can still the sponsorship. Sorry, and so I have said it times without number that the migrations are still ongoing, and also the sponsorship of individuals, especially humanitarians, are still ongoing. And so the only thing that ended was the 60 days challenge, which is the extra bonuses that were alluded for sponsorship or sponsors to be able to benefit or attain more other extra bonuses in terms of acquiring more incredible wealth coin bonuses. But the migrations or the sponsorship of humanitarians is still going on. And so the difference between the 60 days challenge is that you do not have any extra bonus attached to the 50% allocation that will be given to you when you sponsor any individual in this migration season. And so this is going to continue until the exchange opens, so that this can also give new other people an opportunity to sponsor someone and also be on the exchange directly at the same time. And so, as a matter of fact, that is what is helping a lot of people here in Liberia. And so there were people who heard about IWC during the ICO, and they were reluctant. And so during this campaign, a lot of people came on board to now want to subscribe and be a part of the Incredible Wealth Coin. And so majority of which, they are, as they come on board, they are actually sponsoring. And so if we have new people coming in, we have new 10 people coming in now to sponsor, automatically we have 20 people going into the exchange. And so because the new people that are coming to sponsor are new users that are going to the exchange, and the beneficiaries who are also being sponsored as well are also going into the exchange. And so that is why you will discover that if we have 10 sponsorships, automatically we have 10 people going into the exchange if it is coming from new users who have never participated from the ICO. And so this is what is also helping the migration process over here in this region, and has helped us to attain to over 22,140 completed migrations on the exchange at the moment. And so I also believe, and I strongly believe that we still have pending migrations from Nigeria, especially from David, uh, whom a payment came in from Kaduna State. I think that was last week or a week after last. We have over 20 to 30 migrations or thereabouts that were still pending. And I'm not sure if all those migrations were being migrated into the exchange. And so I also want to use this medium to uh, apologize for not responding to some of our messages sometimes, because majority of us majority of us actually been sending me messages. In most cases, I am not always available, especially when we go into the rural areas or the district locations in Bong County and also in other counties across Liberia. Sometimes the network connectivity is always not very good, and in some areas there is no network coverage at all. And so I want to appeal to us and also apologize if I do not respond to your questions or your comments on time. That means that I am in an area where there is no strong network connectivity. And so I want to use this medium to appreciate those of us who have been very punctual, who have also been very steadfast, focused to ensuring that we achieve over 22,000 migrations on our incredible exchange. And so this is the little update that we have at the moment. And also the regarding the app development has is almost completed right now, and is going to be available few days or weeks prior to the exchange opening, according to the developers. And so the app will be, once the app is ready up on Play Stores, uh, we will notify the community and also tell you to go and search for it, and then you can download the app. And so it will be up on Play Stores prior to the launching period or the opening of the migration process period. And so from Monday, I started migrations. Okay, David is saying from Monday, I started sending in the migrations. Okay, thank you so much. Thank you very much for the effort, Mr. David, and also all our coordinators who have been put in a lot of efforts back from Nigeria to ensuring that we are achieving success. Thank you so much. And so I think the ambassador is having some issues with his phone recently. That is why he has not been joining us in the meetings. I think he communicated with me lately. And so, but those of us who are leaders and also coordinators in our respective regions, let us put courage and also let's focus on ensuring that we achieve success in this period. And so once we have that 55,000 users on the exchange comes open automatically. And so that is how it has been set. And so let us all, as a community and also as a family, join our forces together in this migration period to ensuring that we are able to get the numbers that are required. And so I don't know if there is any comment, question, or perhaps a contribution from our community. I want to appreciate Mr. Fiagon Volkito, and also I'm seeing some of our Liberian users joining us for the first time. I want to welcome Faith Wise. I think she's joining us on a video call for the first time. And also, I just discovered lately that many people do not know or do not understand how to join our meetings, especially from Liberia. Most of them are on WhatsApp. And so some of them are finding it difficult to join us. I don't know actually what is difficult in clicking the link to join a meeting, but all the same, they are always following up with the recorded meetings that we always post on our respective forums. Yes, Mr. David, you are raising up your hand. You can unmute your mic now. I'm coming to you, Mr. Hosea, right after Mr. David. Yes, you can unmute your mic, Mr. David. What is your comment or contribution? All right. It looks like Mr. David is not hearing us. And so let me take you, Mr. Hosea. You can unmute your mic and come in very quickly.
Yeah, good evening, my boss's boss.
Yes, good evening.
Yeah, and good evening, every member of the Millionaires Group in the platform. Well, mine is just a comment. What more can we say? We want to appreciate you honestly for your kind giant stride and focus on this migration process, especially the struggle you are into. A lot of us might not see it, but really, for me, I want to commend you honestly. I do say that, sir, you keep the ball rolling. We are into the game. Here, we are not relenting. We are also telling a lot of people about it, and we have this belief that one day all these things will be stories.
Yes.
So once again, we say thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you very much, Mr. Hosea. Yes, let me take Mr. Onyemara before I come back to David. Yes, you can unmute your mic, sir, and come in very quickly. What is your comment or question?
Okay. Good evening, Mr. Chairman.
Yes, good evening, sir.
And good evening.
Yes.
Good evening, House.
Good
Please,
evening.
Mr. Chairman, I just want to appreciate you for the work well done. In fact,
Thank you
you
so
are
much.
you are a leader indeed.
Thank you, sir.
I pray more wisdom and strength upon your life, sir.
Amen.
Sir, please, I have a little challenge.
Yes.
My phone developed issue just few months now,
Okay.
but I have fixed it by the grace of God. But my challenge is this: I have signed up in a exchange, but I
Yes.
have forgotten the link to send it to to admin, for admin to move my coin from ICO to exchange. So that is my challenge, sir.
All right. I will send you the video tutorial so that you can watch it and follow the procedures to submit your migration. Is that
Okay, sir.
okay? Yes. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Thank you so much.
It's
All
okay,
right.
sir. Thank you very much, sir.
All right. You're welcome, sir. Yes, Mr. David, you can unmute your mic now. If you can hear me, unmute your mic. All right.
Good evening.
Yes. Good evening, Mr. David.
Yes, pertaining the sleep from Monday, this coming Monday, I'll start sending the migration in.
All
I'm
right.
still sending in the exchange first before I finally send their details to the through their emails.
No problem. No problem. As
Yes,
long as migrations are ongoing, let's keep the
yes,
migrations going on. Thank you so much. Thank you
yes,
very
sir.
much.
There's a problem that one of my colleague, because he called me that he have sent some migration details, but
Yes.
up to now he have not received the coins in the exchange. Then I now ask him, because even me sometimes if I finish everything and send the details, sometimes the slip will not show, it will be blank. And
Okay.
I don't know, sometimes we normally have, because almost I'll still create another email if I encounter that, because even if I log into the exchange, I will not see any coins reflected. Maybe I thought, okay, maybe since the slip did not show, maybe that's why the coins was not transferred. So mostly we normally have this problem. If we send the slip, we attach the slip will not show, it will not show, it will just show blank. I don't know if it is network or from the developers. I don't really know. That's why I said I'll ask, because he too, he called me that he have sent almost 10 migration in, but it's just few people that they credited their accounts, but most of them up to now they have not credited
Okay. In response to that
of the slip.
concern, in response to that concern, anytime you forward a mail to the admin, there are three key factors that actually might be the reason for that mail not to deliver. Number one, you should ensure that the mail, the admin at iwcexchange.com is correctly typed on your sending a mail. That is number one. And also, secondly, if you have a lot of uh, 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 there is also an issue if you found out that your emails are not delivering. In most cases, you should check your settings, because there are settings on your Google or your Gmail that there is a certain level or amount of emails that you will send at a particular season, and then there are sometimes when you forward emails like that, it will hang, it will not deliver. And so I want you to go on your settings, and then when you go on your settings, you should click on, okay, I'm going to do a separate video on how you can remove restrictions on your Gmail, because many of us do not understand or do not know. You don't know, especially the administrators. And so this is solemnly for the administrators, because they are the ones sending a lot of verifications and also emails to the admin. And so I'm going to do a tutorial to show you how you can unlock some settings on your Gmail to ensure that as you are sending mails, they don't hang. Because there are a lot of messages that you will send and thinking that the messages have gone, but they haven't. And so if it stays long, and that's one of the reasons also why when you attach a document on your mail and try to send, in most cases it will not reflect, even from your send, from your send delivery details back on your Gmail. And so I'm going to do that tutorial and send it across the administrators so that you can go through your Gmail settings, to verify and adjust those settings so that once you forward a mail, it will go straight and deliver to the admin. As long as the admin receives once your migration details are received via the mail to the admin, it takes within 24 to max 72 hours, the migration process should be done. And also, one of the factors that actually causes delay sometimes, every transaction that is forwarded to the admin, I also need to acknowledge that that payment is done or made in fiat currency. Those of us who have made payments from Nigeria, whenever you submit a migration, a mail is going to be forwarded to me to acknowledge whether or not this payment is made. And so sometimes if I am not in a network area, and then I am yet to confirm that payment was made on behalf of this migration, sometimes these are some of the things or factors that causes delay in most cases. And so these are some of the reasons. But outside that, I strongly believe that most of us who have submitted migrations, it doesn't take 24 hours, or neither does it take 42 hours to be able to reflect on your exchange. And also, we all know that majority of us are not migrating directly with your BNB payment. Most of us are doing the fiat currency payment. And so once a mail is forwarded to me and I acknowledge your migrations are always paid for in BNB, and then we'll have to buy that BNB and send for the gas fee migrations to be done. And so these are some of the factors that might likely cause delays sometimes, not always. But I strongly believe most of the migrations that you have submitted, most of them reflects sometimes before 24 hours, and most of them even almost immediately once we confirm, or rather I confirm the mail that yes, you have made payment of your migrations. And so these are some of the few aspects or factors that might warrant that delay. And then in most cases, if the email delivery has issues, sometimes this could also warrant the delay. And then the attachment of that payment evidence is very key in order to verify and also validate that this migration is paid for. But in a situation whereby most of us, the payment slip that you are attaching on the mail is showing you blank. That means your storage is filled up. So check your storage on your device and delete or reduce some items on your phone to be able to have enough storage, because as soon as you attach any document on a mail, it leaves your phone storage and it goes on cloud storage and then it delivers. So these are some of the factors. And so thank you so much, Mr. David. And I'm also seeing Madam Favor also in the house, and Mr. Peace 360. I think it's Reverend from the South or Southeast. Reverend Inaturo from Delta State, and also I'm seeing Mr. God's Power from the Northeast. And so we will awaken our campaign back in Nigeria very soon. And so I want to gear up a lot of momentum from here to ensure that many people are able to migrate into the exchange. And so the campaign is going on massively. And so those of us across Liberia, we will be in Grand Bassa County by next week. And so beginning from the airport region of Habel, going down uh, to Bikana and also other regions, Compound 1, and all of those regions where we have our users. And so those of us who are going to be listening to these recorded version of this meeting, ensure that you are able to educate our users and also communicate to our various coordinators across the districts. Let's have our people gather in various districts so that we can be able to uh, give them the update and also information regarding the migration process. I want to appreciate our District 5 coordinator from Bong County and also District 1 and 2. And so a lot of people came out for the updates and also migrations in those regions. And also we are identifying more users and also new users who are coming in fresh to join the Incredible Wealth Coin. And so our campaign on that region has been very massively successful. And so we want to also record another success in Grand Bassa County before we go to Lofa County. And so we want to be able to cover 3 different counties across Liberia in this month of September. And so I'm encouraging all our county coordinators and also our district leaders, get your people informed, and then let's give you a schedule to come to your region so that we can be able to migrate all our users who are in those regions. And so that is that for today. For those of us who just came in, I'm sure you will listen to the recorded version of this meeting to get yourself fully informed from the beginning. Many people actually joined in, but we have a very poor network connectivity across the entire West Africa, not only in some regions. When I came back, network connectivity used to be very good in Liberia, but right now there are a lot of regions where you can even hardly find any network coverage. And so it is deteriorating on a regular basis across Africa, especially West Africa. Our network connectivity is very bad. And so I want to appreciate everyone who has taken their time to be a part of this meeting tonight. And also those of us who will listen to this recorded version. I'm seeing, okay, Pastor Victor also is in our midst this evening. Welcome, and we appreciate your presence. And I also have Mr. God's Power. And I also have, I saw His Royal Highness
Thank you, sir.
Joshua Tucker from Kaduna State. I think he's out because of the internet connectivity. And I saw Mr. Fiagon Volkito, who is one of our humanitarians, and Mr. Edafe Patrick. And I'm also seeing Pastor Abutu in the house, and Mr. Henry and Mr. Hosea, Mr. Onyemara, and so many others who actually joined in, and they were not able to stay because of network connectivity. I want to use this medium to appreciate all of us and also for holding on and encouraging migrations and then also pushing forward. It is not an easy task. We have said it from the beginning and we will keep saying it. And so for us to have a testimony very soon, all hands need to be on deck. And so that is what we are doing at the moment. And so this is much we can take for tonight. I want to sincerely appreciate all of you and also everyone who is present here tonight and those who will listen to this uh, recorded version. And so we will do it again next week. By God's grace, I will keep us updated. We are going back to Bong County beginning from tomorrow early in the morning. And maybe probably I will be coming back into Monrovia by Monday or Tuesday of next week. And so I will schedule a meeting whenever we have the opportunity whenever I am back in the city where there is network connectivity. And so you will bear with us throughout this season. We are trying to put more effort and also momentum to see that we've attained the required number of users that we need on that exchange. And so the campaign continues in the month of September across all the counties in Liberia. And so thank you so much. This is the much we can take this evening. Let's do it again by next week. I will schedule a meeting and send it across our various platforms. Thank you, everyone, and have a good night. Thank you very much.